Do you ever wonder what photographers really think about the latest gear, trends, and stories behind their favorite photos? Photo Breakdown takes you behind the lens and into the minds of today's top photographers, offering bite-sized episodes packed with insider insights, gear debates, and industry buzz. This is more than just photography. It's everything that makes photography tick. You're listening to Photo Breakdown. All right, I want to talk about something with you today on Photo Breakdown. And that is why I use ProGrade brand memory cards for my cameras. And now, as they start making more and more like SSD external drives and things like that, why I will be using those as well. Now, for those who have known me for years, you likely know that I was very, very pro Lexar memory cards for so long. What I didn't know was that Micron actually was the parent company of Lexar. I had no idea. But I never really liked Sandisk memory cards personally, the competitor to Lexar. Like, there was a lot of competitors, right? But the main two brands for photography was Lexar and Sandisk. Now, I'm going to skip around here a little bit real quick. Sandisk is the original inventor of solid-state digital media, right? So they were the brand, okay? For so long, they were the brand because they literally made memory cards. They made SSD, devices. They were the brand that most people had in their cameras. But I had failures from SanDisk a long time ago. So I used Lexar. Lexar was great, but in 2017, the parent company, Micron, of Lexar announced they were just shutting it down, which is strange. They were just shutting down the brand. I don't understand why, because they were the second most leading memory card brand in the industry, in the world, in fact. But it wound up getting acquired by a Chinese company called Longsys. So that was me saying, okay, I guess I'm going back to SanDisk. Shortly after this, SanDisk announced they're getting acquired by Western Digital. Now, I've used Western Digital drives in the past, and again, I had mixed results, not the best results. And so I stopped using Western Digital hard drives. But I guess they were moving to the solid state line and they wanted the best. So they acquired SanDisk. So now both of the leading brands were acquired. Now, interestingly, and unrelated, but also related, my hard drive brand of choice for so long has been G Technology. And ironically, they also got acquired by Western Digital. And they're now called SanDisk Professional or SanDisk Pro. And they still make great drives. I actually use those physical RAID drives. So what wound up happening when Lexar got acquired is executives and the technical people, some of the higher up technology people at Lexar left when the acquisition happened. They left and they started their own company. The executives and the high level technology people left again and started their own company. That company is called ProGrade. Now, ProGrade, when they came out, they said, we are going to make the absolute best memory cards. And they didn't have a wide range of lineup first, but now they do. They only had, I believe, CFast, not very helpful for people. But then they created an SD line of memory cards. Then they created the CF Express, and they have a wide range. So they got so many types of memory cards now that they are extremely competitive with the bigger mass-produced brands out there. And I guess over time, ProGrade started proving themselves, and SanDisk people left SanDisk and moved over to ProGrade. So ProGrade is this massive brand now. It's a United States headquartered company. They're based out of California, and they're producing the absolute best memory cards. So recently I was at Imaging USA. Okay. I talked about Imaging USA in the last episode of this podcast and why in-person events are so valuable. And I was there working the Imagine booth, and our event manager, she asked me, I need to get a memory card for my husband. Should I go over to the Sandisk booth? And I said, no, walk with me. So I walked her to the complete opposite side of the room, and I showed her ProGrade. Small booth, had a bunch of memory cards out, some brochures, and that's what she wound up getting. ProGrade. She got to talk to the people that were there. She got to get her questions answered, and she got to purchase a memory card. So that is what I use these days, because you've got the industry leaders behind SSD cards and behind just memory in general, digital media in general, are all at ProGrade right now. They're innovating. They're creating the highest possible quality memory cards that are durable, X-ray proof, shock proof, that have very, 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 very low, like 0% failure rates. The chances of it failing is very slim because of the quality digital media they put in there. And a 3-year warranty on their memory cards. So they back the technology that they put in there. This is not sponsored in any way. If ProGrade wanted to talk to me about sponsoring, I'd be open to it. But this is me organically sharing my love for a brand that did what was needed in 2017 when the two biggest brands in the memory card industry were both acquired. They were both acquired, and ProGrade was born out of those acquisitions by the people leaving those companies and forming what is now the best memory card brand in the world. If you want to learn more about ProGrade, you go to ProGradeDigital.com. Again, not sponsored, but I love their memory cards. That's all I have to say about that. Thanks for listening to Photo Breakdown.